Good day, everyone. I'm Dr. Yogi Triprasatyo, an associate professor in the School of Industrial Engineering and Engineering Management, Mapua University. I would like to present my paper entitled Predicting Hand Grip Strength of Filipino Teenagers aged 15 to 18 Using Stepwise Multiple Linear Regression. First of all, I would like to mention that this study is the fruit of the final project of the senior high school students. In Mapua University, all senior high school students are required to produce one research paper in order to graduate. And this study is actually the fruit of the work of these four students with the research coordinator, Charlotte and Monteiro. This is the agenda of my presentation, starting from introduction, methodology, results and discussions, and then ended up with conclusions. Let's start with the introduction. And I would like to mention about the general overview of the hand grip strength. Hand grip strength is a fundamental part of human factors and ergonomics. Hand grip strength was found as a strong and significant predictor to one's physical fitness and can be an instrument for assessment to children, teenagers, and even athletes. It is considered as a consistent relative of many dimensions of physical fitness without the hindrance of age, gender, and sexual maturity. Finally, researchers are continuously engaged in hand grip strengths research, aiming to correlate several factors related to hand grip strengths while also developing a mathematical model for a special purpose. Here are some of the recent grip strengths related studies. In 2015, we found that there was a study that explored the relationship between the anthropometry and hand grip strengths among elderly Malaysians. And in 2016, in Turkey, that we also found that there was a study about the normative static grip strengths of population of Turkey, effects of various factors, and a comparison with international norms. And then there was another study that utilized a partial least square approach that explore the influence of gender, hand dominance, and anthropometric characteristics on different types of pinch strengths. And in the medical field, grip strengths can also be um, ex- expanded, especially in 2020, there are some studies about the cadmium exposure is associated with reduced grip strength in US adults or association between Mediterranean diet and hand grip strength in older adult women or association of baseline hand grip strength and annual change in hand grip strength with mortality among older people. And finally, there was a study that influence of neck and wrist pain on hand grip strength of industrial quality proving workers. Based on these studies, we found that hand grip strength is actually still a very good topic in human factors and ergonomics. Despite the affability of many studies related to hand grip strengths in other countries, there were no local studies in the Philippines. Therefore, a further investigation related to hand grip strength will be extremely valuable for industry and healthcare in the Philippines. This is the objective and the contribution of the study. The main objective of the study was to predict Filipino teenagers' hand grip strength data by utilizing stepwise multiple linear regression approach. And this study is the first study that explored the hand grip strength among Filipinos, and it will be very beneficial for human factors engineers, medical doctors, and even hand therapists. Let's move on to the methodology. First, I would like to mention about the participants, and all voluntary participants were from Mapua University Senior High School and no musculoskeletal disorders and had no pain or no hand surgery record. And we recruited 200 participants, which consists of 100 males and 100 females. Among 100 male participants, four of them were reported as left-handed, and among 100 female participants, eight of them were reported as left-handed. The sample composed of senior high school students with age ranging from 15 to 18 years old and divided into year level classifications. the grade 11 and grade 12. And this is the equipment. We utilize the Camry electric hand dynamometer model EH101, and the hand grip strength measurement was measured by a new single hand dynamometer, which was calibrated already from the manufacturer, and we utilized the scale kg. And then finally, a Taylor tape measure was utilized to measure the hand anthropometry. And these are the procedures of the data collection. First, the study goal and objectives were briefly explained to the respondents, and then followed by a consent form was handed. And in addition, the participants were asked to fill out the necessary demographic information. And the standing position was utilized when acquiring the hand grip strength. Shoulder, upper arm, forearm, and wrist were in natural position. Only grip strength of the hand dominance was collected. And finally, each participant had 3 different trials, and the average score was calculated. And this is the statistical analysis of the study. So we utilize Minitab 18 to do the statistical analysis, and male and female were dummy coded 2 and 1 respectively. Right-handed and left-handed participants were dummy coded 2 and 1 respectively. And then t-test was applied to test the significant difference of hand grip strength between grade 11 and grade 12. We also applied t-test to derive the significant difference of left-handed and right-handed participants. And finally, stepwise multiple linear regression was utilized to predict the grip strength. And I would like to go to the results and the discussions. This is the descriptive statistic among the observed variable for female. We could see that the minimum was 14.4 and the maximum was 35.1. And the rest are the hand dimensions or the hand anthropometric data. And this is the descriptive statistic among the observed variable for male. And we could see that the minimum was actually 21.4, but the maximum we could find a respondent that could reach 54.4. And this is the normal curve. On the left side is for the female, and for the right side is actually for the male. And we could see that in here, the highest of the female is around 36, but 36 is actually it should be in the middle for the male. So the male could reach up to the 54. So we could see in here that, of course, similar with all of the studies about the hand grip strength, that we could find the same thing, that the male is actually much higher in terms of the hand grip strengths. And then this is for the Filipino teenagers. So we also would like to compare with the findings of the 2 Asian countries. In here, we would like to compare with the China and the Taiwan. We found that actually the Chinese population aged 18 to 29 years old were slightly lower. The hand grip strengths data were slightly lower than our findings in the Filipino hand grip strengths. However, we found that actually the Taiwanese Chinese population data actually were found to have greater grip strengths than the Filipino teenagers. And this is the result of the t-test for equal samples. The result indicated that there was no significant difference between the hand grip strength of grade 11 and grade 12. And although grade 11 was found to have greater average hand grip strength, however, the difference was not significant. And this is the result summary for the stepwise multiple linear regression. In here, we could see that there are 4 variables that were significant, and those are wrist circumference, arm circumference, hand dominance, and then the gender. And in here, since we would like to do the stepwise multiple linear regression, we also would like to check the VIF value, and it's actually we found that there was no multicollinearity effect. But the interesting in here is actually about the hand dominance. The significance of the hand dominance perhaps due to a random effect, since the number of left-handed female participants were higher than the male participants, while gender was found to be the most significant predictor for the hand grip strength. And after that, this is the equation. And this equation has the coefficient of determination of 72.10%. And let's move on to the conclusions. The stepwise multiple linear regressions indicated that gender was found to have the most significant effect on the hand grip strength, followed by wrist circumference, arm circumference, and hand dominance. And there was no significant difference between the student grade 11 and 12. And the R-square value of 0.7 to 1 indicating that 72.1% of the variability of the data was explained in the model. And this is the first study that explored the hand grip strengths among the Filipino teenagers. However, we also would like to acknowledge several limitations of the study. The first, the study only measured hand grip, hand breadth, wrist circumference, palm length, arm length, and arm circumference. And the second, there were many more variables that could predict hand grip strength, such as BMI, height, and even body fat. So for the future research, it is better to add more anthropometric data and then to add more of these variables. And the data were limited to Filipino teenagers. Future research would be very beneficial to add a wider age. That is all my presentation. Thank you everyone. Maraming salamat po.